Alright, here's the Armenian cucumber plant. Yes, there's a storm coming. Here's an Armenian cucumber I can actually get right now if I want to. It's about as long as my forearm, but they can get very big. I'll leave it out here. We still got one little orange on here. We picked all the peaches off the peach tree. There's my cutesy little pool we were in yesterday. It was awesome. My plants are doing well. I picked a blueberry off of there finally that the birds didn't get, and I ate it, and it was really good. Oh, look, there's another one. I'm gonna eat that one right there. Yes, right now. Oh my gosh, that blueberry is so good. And then, avocado tree, jackfruit tree, and a moringa tree. Now, everybody should be growing one of these because this is the tree that you can eat the entire thing. You don't need any other food. My jasmine plant is finally connecting to the porch. This is my passion flower plant, which the butterflies are eating up, and we've got a whole bunch more new butterflies that are about to hatch out, and a whole bunch more caterpillars. And then we swing over here to my garden. The popcorn's got to dry. We have these are supposed to be those little bitty melons. They overrun us last couple of years. But here's what I am so excited about. These were summer gem cantaloupe. We've got them everywhere, growing awesomely all down the fence line on the outside and on the inside. Interesting thing is some of them look like cantaloupes and some of them look like watermelons, but they're all the same. So, but I got the seeds from a fruit that was literally in the store, and so it stands to reason why some of them may look different. So there's one out there somewhere. Okay. Anyways, my tomatoes are pretty much done, but we still got good banana peppers still growing. I just picked a whole bunch of them yesterday. Whoop, another flash of thunder is going to happen right now. And then here's these are the regular jalapenos. And aren't they pretty? They're starting to turn red. I picked a bunch of those also. They're really not that hot. They're kind of mild. And then these are the big ones, the mucho jalapeno. And they're starting to turn red as well. My little cherry tomatoes are about done. And then this is another of those melon plants. And there's a baby one on that one. For some reason, this one got a short start. And then there's some more of those inside and outside the fence. Those look a little different even. And then that is a wild basil, just came up by itself. So that is our view of the west garden. And now we've come around to the south side of the house. I have rearranged. I've got some plants that are for sale. We've got some elderberry, jackfruit, fig, medjool date, moringas. We have lots of moringas. There's some tomato plants that are left if y'all are interested. These are banana trees, and our banana trees are huge. And I am hoping for a flower spike out of one of these big ones. So hopefully they will. There's some more moringa trees over there for sale. And then we come over here to the south side of, or the west side of the south garden. You can see what we have underneath. We've got some plants being protected by our banana trees. I've got some pawpaw trees there I need to plant. And then we planted our papaya trees out here. I don't know, maybe Mom was sense enough to come in now. That is getting close. But this is the best time to be outside. We've got the celosa that came up all by itself. We didn't plant this, but it is edible. And then our ginger is coming up inside where the rosemary is. And these right here are edible. They are a sorrel. They're a type of sorrel, an oxalate, and they'll have a little red flower, and they're really good. Tastes like sour apples. And then our dragon fruit cactus really have not started doing anything, but I was doing a little bit of research and maybe I have to prune them a little bit more. So we will figure that out. And I'm not sure what happened here. What is this, Mom? Is this a 4 o'clock? Zinnias. Oh, zinnias. Yes, we have those everywhere. We have another fig tree here. Some more tomato plants. My hibiscus is looking absolutely gorgeous. And there's another side of the papaya trees right here. We almost lost the big one. We've got some thyme, lemongrass. If you need lemongrass, I can get those for you too. Also, if you want to buy banana trees, that would be great too. Then we also have mulberry trees, which I'm going to plant out there in the pasture somewhere. We also have a whole bunch of these mulberries right here, which I was gifted by a very special lady. We got all these mulberry trees. I love mulberries. I know, right? It's the other side of the house. Anyway, and so eventually this row of mulberries is going to be a big tunnel. It's going to be a big tunnel over this. So we had some wild tomatoes come up over here, and we have a wild vine that's really pretty over here. I'll show you. This is so pretty. And look at that cute little flower. And then we have the zinnias over here that are already blooming. So the ones in the pot are about to bloom too. But they got so big that storm is kind of pushing them over. But if you notice, there's like different types. And I did not plant these. Someone who lived here before, maybe the Fawns planted these. I don't know, but they're absolutely gorgeous. And there's different kinds. Some of them even look like a coneflower. I got stung by a bee or something. Yes, I did. And there's the bee. I didn't know you were under there, buddy. Sorry about that. He stung me pretty good. All right, anyway, he's right there. So, yeah, good red dot right there. That kind of hurts. All right, anyway, so the zinnias are here. All right. So we're going to be getting ready for my daughter's bonfire. We have 2 locations for the bonfires. So we've got one here and one over there. And we're still waiting on a baby from Sassy over there. And I plan on down this fence row right here planting the other extra moringa trees. So here's our chicken coop where some of you guys get all the yummy eggs. We let them out occasionally to roam around this big area. But we also have a salad garden in there for them when it stays like today and flooding and storms and stuff. So they stay inside here, and then we'll do an extension on the other side, hopefully in the near future. And these are our adolescent baby girls are finally getting their feathers. We'll probably get them in there with the older ones soon because they'll be able to take care of themselves in our little tractor here. This is the other side of the coop. This is where we get the eggs. This right here is a hawthorn, or no, it's a mayhaw tree, and that's a mayhaw tree. And we planted those last year, but they didn't bloom this year. We've got a fig here. This is a turkey fig, the brown turkey fig. And then over there is another fig. It's the Celeste fig, which is those 2 figs over there as well. And the mother tree used to be over here, but we're moving that so we can extend the chicken coop over here and have another water thing set up. So here we have moringa trees and pomegranate trees, moringa trees. You cannot have enough moringa trees. We have some horseradish, and the corn is pretty much done. And we've got asparagus over there. And this little plant right here, my mom gets upset because I don't let her pull it up, but that's it's for seed, and it's really a nutritious plant. So it came up wild. We'll leave it alone. The name will come to me here in a minute. And then here's some more of those melons we planted over here. They're doing fabulous. So if y'all need some seeds for that particular melon, cantaloupe, whatever it is, there's another moringa tree. And then we can get some of those to you. We have plenty of them. So we got one that's about to get ripe. Anyway, and there's our asparagus. And we have another one of those wild plants growing over there. And then that right there is sugar cane. And then we'll walk over here to our orchard here just momentarily. I decided not to do the orchard, and we're gonna walk over here and see. These are about done. It's the heat that gets to these, and then they call the bugs to help them out. But these are cabbages, and of course they need to be in the cold weather. So it probably would even be better if we moved this inside the house in the cold. And we got a lot of celery. We bought celery at the store, and my mom planted let it root, the bottom part of it root, and this is what we have. It's awesome. But the weather is too hot really, and we have had at least 3 inches of rain since the last time it rained. So we'll dump that out here in a minute. All right, I emptied it out, so we'll see what it does later. We've got some more jackfruit trees also. Over here where the dog kennel is and the burn barrel, we have marigolds and grapevines and a gooseberry. I did not know that gooseberries had thorns, and they do. But anyway, they haven't done anything yet, but this is what I really intended it for it to do, is to climb up this dog kennel. So make a natural shade around this and make it real pretty. And we also have blueberry plants here, there, and on the other corner over there, just past that. But my mom covered that thing up with so it would have some shade, because it would look like it was struggling. Okay, my favorite part is our orchard. And it looks so lush and beautiful out here because we've had so much rain this year. The grass just does not stop growing. So over there we have a couple of persimmon trees from Indiana. My husband got those when he went to visit family, and one of them made it and the other one did not, and I'm not sure why this one didn't make it. Doesn't look like it's gonna do anything or come back, but this one is doing pretty good, and they're so tiny, but next year they'll have a big growth spurt. And then over here we have, my mom planted along the fence line, sunflowers and marigolds, the African marigolds, which we use for tea, and they are very, very pretty. Okay, and then what we have here, my mom, when she first came about almost 2 years ago, she took a walk in the neighborhood, and she brought back some pecans, and she put them in a bucket, and they came up, all of them. And so when they got to be about hand's length, maybe 9 to 10 inches tall, I said, okay, we got to take them out of the bucket, and we did, and we planted them here early this spring, and they are doing wonderful. And then down there at the end is a pear tree. And then over here we have a plum tree, and then the nectarine tree, and a Barbados cherry. We have a Barbados cherry over there as well. My husband bought those for me. And there's an apple tree. And then I have 4 olive trees, and we just harvested some leaves from them. And so they're looking amazing. So these 3 olive trees right here are from my original olive tree that I had in Magnolia that I grew, and a friend of mine, Ronnie, he took a lot of cuttings from all of my trees, and he started them to root. Now this one I bought when we moved over here, but these 3 are from the starts that Ronnie started for us from our mother tree over in Magnolia. And thankfully he did, and he did that with the figs, and I have those fig trees are planted in the back. And here is our miniature cows. This is Rhett, like Rhett Butler from Gone with the Wind. He is a red Dexter, polled because he doesn't have any horns. And there is Sassy. She is also a Dexter, but she's black and she has horns. So she is supposed to give birth sometime soon. So we probably need to get that flash spray out again since it's rained a couple of times. Aren't you pretty cow? Are you pretty cow, Sass? Sass is pretty and she's sweet. And so is Rhett. They like to be pet, but they're looking for treats right now. Okay, on my way back to do the trees, I wanted to show you my husband. So some of you that have been out here, you knew this was really overgrown. And so since he's been off for the summer, he has completely, on this side of the fence, just really cleared it out. It's very nice. And you can kind of tell where it all came out to here. And so he's really been working hard on this fence line. He still has more to do, he says, but it's looking really, really nice. And so I've rounded the corner now, and he has cleared all the way to right there, you can see, on this side of our fence. And here's the fig trees. We planted 2 on this side and 2 on that side. One of them is struggling. We don't know what kind of figs they are because we didn't think to label them. I had 4 different types of figs growing at the house in Magnolia before they sadly cut the whole entire food forest down. We have a chocolate persimmon, which we had never seen before, so my husband bought one. It was loaded with flowers when he first planted it, and then something came over here, probably a deer, and ate them off. But that's okay. We still have the tags on them, obviously. He bought this one at the same time, and it had flowers too, but they really didn't mess with it other than a little bit of the leaves on the edge. But you can see it is loaded with fruit, and we can't wait until they get done. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. And this is a persimmon, whatever that one is. Tanasha. And then we have, he just bought this one. So it's just now coming out of shock from, I guess, planting. And it is also grafted. And this is a Fuyu persimmon. Those flat ones. So we'll see how that works out. And then this is the one that's struggling, but I don't really want to move it yet because it may just be the roots are still alive. Like this one is struggling too, but it will come back. It's got some leaves there on it. And so back here is where we're doing an orchard as well. So I may plant some moringa trees or some more of those mulberry, the really big mulberries. I may plant right back here. And we made the pasture a little bit smaller by making this big track around so that we could walk there. It's also over there. We can walk over there on that side as well. Because the cows were pushing on this old fence, and in some spots there's holes. And so we didn't want our cows to get out. They got out one time when they were in the other pasture where the horse is at. So we closed them in on here, and we haven't had any problems since. So that's pretty good too. So now also if the horse or the cows even just see a wire, because this is an electric fence here, since we put the 5-mile fence, the other one is only a 2-mile, but we put the 5-mile on this, and obviously this isn't 5 miles around. It has a very potent punch, and so yeah, so they respect it quite a bit. You can see they have a little trail that they walk when the neighbors have their cows or mooing or whatever. They come over here and pace. So they're doing pretty good. They're getting fat off the grass, and we rotate them back and forth. So I hope you've enjoyed my little tour of Happy Hawks Farm.